guys, I wanted to come here today and talk about why it's so important to make fitness and food decisions that are unique to you and good for you and where you are currently, while at the same time respecting what other people are doing and not getting judgmental or push them your beliefs. I find that this is really important to talk about because what I see lately more and more is this very black and white thinking. People are saying that the way I am doing things is the thing and everybody should do that. And then everybody else who's doing different things, they are wrong. And I have to admit, for some time, I was doing the same thing because as I went through different stages from doing extremely hard workouts to burning myself out and then having to recover during these times, my ideas changed a lot too. So when I was overtraining a lot and I didn't realize I was overtraining, I thought everybody has to do high intensity workouts, and if they're not doing it, they're doing it wrong. Also, of course, there was a 6-7 years when I was a runner, I always thought everybody has to run. If they don't, they're doing it wrong. And then I really burned myself out because I was always like in this one mindset. You have to go super fast, super hard. And I would think that those who don't, they don't do the fitness thing quite right? Then when I started recovering from all this because my hormones were messed up, because my sleep was messed up, because I didn't get my periods, then I had to completely stop. And I stopped and I was like, oh my goodness, those people who are doing intense workouts, they don't know what they're doing. They're wrecking with their health. If they run, they're doing it wrong. They should all be just walking and doing yoga just like I did. And going through these phases of my life, now looking back, I see that I was actually very much in this black and white mentality too. And now I feel like I've come like this full circle back to normalcy where I can see that, yes, I have to do the things that are good for me, but it doesn't mean that other people who are doing things differently are probably in different phases in their lives and on their fitness journey, and it's okay that they are doing things a little bit differently. So there are three things that I want to touch on talking about this topic. And the first thing is taking personal responsibility for your fitness and food choices. So we all have to figure out what is the right thing to do for us. So if you are currently burnt out, absolutely tired, don't get your period, don't sleep, then doing high intensity workouts is not for you. You gotta know that walking and yoga and stretching, a lot of mindfulness are the things that are gonna improve your health. So take personal responsibility. If you have to unfollow all these people who trigger you or whose advice makes you feel less than or whose philosophies you currently don't agree with, you can just go ahead and unfollow them because it's your responsibility to do what's good for your health. Okay? Number two, at the same time, respect others, okay? There are other people who are not where you are right now. There are people who are not burnt out right now, and they can do their workouts, and it doesn't make them obsessed. It doesn't mean that they are wrecking their health. It does not have to mean that. In a similar way, if you are doing super hardcore workouts, then don't say that this other person who's doing only yoga and walking is a bad person because they're not going hard enough. There has to be respect, okay? We gotta respect others. They are on their journey and you are on your journey. So let's let everybody do what they think is right for them, and we cannot push our opinions on them. The last thing I want to mention is that it is okay to change. Okay, so you cannot be, hopefully you won't be in this overtraining phase forever because you're gonna die if you are. Hopefully also you don't have to recover forever. So it is okay to change your mind. And actually this is what I find where I am right now. And this is why I'm talking about it, because now I see things from a different perspective. So right now I feel like I am in this phase where I can change, right? I am not overtraining anymore. I am not only walking. Actually, my workouts have become a little bit more intense recently because I have a lot of energy. My sleep has gotten so much better, and I am changing, right? So this is completely normal. And actually, if you don't ever change, this is the problem in my opinion. So let that happen. Also, when it comes to food, when you are first starting healing your relationship with food, it's very, very, very important that you let go of all food fears and you just eat whatever you want and kind of tell your body that it is okay. Now later, maybe when you don't need to eat that much anymore, you can be like, okay, maybe I don't want that chocolate just because it's sitting there. You're gonna be more like introspective. You're like, okay, do I want it or do I not? To ask this question before you eat this thing. And there's nothing obsessive in there anymore because you have done the full healing process already. Okay, so the long message, but put it short, it's important that we take personal responsibility for our fitness choices and food choices. Number two, it's important that we respect what others are doing and that we are not judging it. And then number three, it is okay to change. Thanks for watching. See you next time.